So for this video, I want to talk about a topic that's a little bit more sensitive within our healing aspects and spaces. And there's a lot of different astrological transits that are going to play into this. We have the dark moon right now. It's in opposition to Chiron, so very direct healing conversations that are happening. And with Pluto moving out of Capricorn, that's kind of the one that I want to focus on the most. Pluto rules our reproductive system. It rules our reproductive organs. Capricorn is about hierarchy, structure. It's the hard stuff that we have to go through that we just, for whatever reason, cannot get out of. So when Pluto and Capricorn get together, like they have been for the previous 16 years, there can be experiences that, for whatever reason, ancestrally, we have had to go through that have somehow bound up that reproductive health or system structure for you. Whether that's on a personal level, maybe you had kids, that's a part of that as well. Partnerships, things like that. If you are someone who has been through any kind of traumatic experience when it comes to your reproductive health and your reproductive system over the previous 16 years, now that Pluto is out of Capricorn, there are more than likely going to be a lot of tears. A lot of things that come to the surface where you realize whatever it is that you need to realize. Depending on who you are and what you've been through, that could be very different. And when I say there could be a lot of tears, 16 years is a long time. And when Pluto enters a sign, we hold on to everything that is done in that sign until the end, until it's over. So it could have been something that happened 13 years ago that you've been holding on to because Pluto has still been in Capricorn. With the removal of Pluto out of Capricorn space, we have the ability right now, especially through Capricorn season as the sun is crossing through Capricorn and its sign, we have the ability right now to really understand our experiences on that sort of traumatic reproductive health or system level from a different, healthier perspective. We're no longer going to be like constricted into a certain sort of exchange or constricted into a certain form of perspective around those experiences. So for people, very specifically people who have gone through, endured traumatic experiences with reproductive health, over the next couple of months, just be really kind to yourself. There's probably a lot that's going to come to the surface that you've been blind to, that you didn't really even know you were blind to. Sometimes traumatic stuff happens and then we do the best that we can do to handle it and move on and heal. And then there's still stuff that comes up later, even with the healing work that we've already done. On the plus side of this, it's surfacing so that we can actually fully finally let it go. If there are things that are surfacing, it's for the reason and the purpose of I'm a different person now. I've changed since that experience. I have different boundaries. I'm a different person. This sort of experience has offered me wisdom. It has offered me some sort of value or power because it's what I've been through. And wow, look at what I've done even with that hardship. Look at who I've become in regards to that hardship and everything else that may have been happening in my life. So very specifically, again, for people who have experienced some sort of trauma with reproductive systems while Pluto was in Capricorn, take your time to rest and really recover from anything in that time period for the previous 16 years that has had you stressed or depressed or really just worked up. Liberation from those bindings right now is a focus for people who have been through some sort of traumatic experience with that reproductive health and system. So gratitude, reverence, and love to you. And I really do send my love to you. As someone who has been through very similar experiences, maybe not similar, I don't know your experience, but as someone who has experienced those sorts of experiences, man, oh man, what a way to live life. How hard those situations can be and how powerful, thank you Pluto, we can become on the other side of them. So trust that the work that you've been doing to really heal from those situations and just work through that stuff, trust that the work that you've done is really actually going to work for you, and allow the healing of light, liberation, freedom from those experiences to come through. And again, gratitude, reverence, and love to you. And may there be what you need on the other side of this transit. That's also true. And may you discover this very powerful version of you now that this transit is done. Let that old web be unspun and let the work be done.